Hey guys, Lauren Grayson here, and I am going to give you a quick tutorial on exactly how to use my expenses and pricing spreadsheet. So if you're not familiar with spreadsheets or you don't like them, just hang in there because I promise I made this very, very, very easy. This is really simple. This also, I would not say, is the most in-depth calculator for figuring out your pricing or your cost of doing business. But there's a reason for that. I made it so that it could really just give you a very simple, loose idea. So if this is the first time you're kind of running your numbers, or if you just really aren't sure because you've never run them, or you just want to get a nice rough estimate without having to go super crazy deep or in depth, that's what this is for. A lot of pricing calculators are overwhelming. They're a lot. They're pretty in-depth. They're pretty intense. So I just wanted to make something that was simple that you could really do in a few minutes and get a good idea of what your numbers are. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to try and get through this pretty quickly, and this is a completely free download, which you can get. There will be a link in the comments section. It's on my website. So feel free. I'm going to get down here and explain this. So first, just a quick run through to show you what it looks like. I have listed expenses and obviously the numbers. So you may not have the exact same expenses as me. So if you need to change them, you can. If you're familiar with spreadsheets or not familiar with spreadsheets, sorry, I need to fix this now. You can add in rows and columns and stuff like that. But if, like I said, just keep it general if you want to keep it easy if you're not familiar with spreadsheets. You can obviously alter this or change it around. Rename some of these if you're like, I don't have a studio, so I don't need that, but I do have something that's not on here. Just rename it and use that little row for something different. Okay, so because I want to keep simple numbers, I'm going to just come up with random numbers. But I have all the expenses here. What it's going to do, it's going to total that out for us. So let's get a rough estimate of what our expenses are. So all the things with running our business, right? So whether it's the fixed or the variable expenses, up to you. I didn't put sales tax and a lot of tax stuff on here, so don't forget to kind of account for that. But again, like I said, rough estimate, right? And then what we're going to put here is our desired take-home income. It's going to tell us from those numbers exactly what we need to make. And then there's two ways you can use this. You can use it to figure out what you need to charge per session in order to meet your goal or to make what you need to make. Or you can use it to figure out how many clients you need to take per month. So let's kind of go through this, and I'm just going to put, like I said, just easy numbers in here so we can get through this. So I'm not even going to fill them all out. But you'll just go in, you'll fill out your expenses. This obviously is going per year, so your expenses for the year for all this kind of stuff. And we're going to do one more just so we can make it an even number. So let's say, just for an example, my total expenses for the year are $15,000. It cost me $15,000 each year to run my business. Now, I want to make $50,000, right? I want to actually make $50,000. That means I actually need to make $65,000, right? That's easy. That makes sense. If it costs me $15,000 to run my business and I want to actually take home $50,000, then I need to make $65,000. Again, I'm not counting tax in here, but this will just give you a rough estimate. So let's say I can take 5 clients per month. Don't worry about this. This just kind of totals up. You don't need to adjust this number. This just totals up how many total sessions per year, and then leave this alone unless you live in a different universe where there's not 12 months out of the year. But that's just to kind of help the calculation there. So there's 12 months out of the year. So what you can do is you can put in how many clients you can take per month. It's going to say, okay, if you can take 5 clients per month, then that means a total of 60 sessions a year. That means you need to make over $1,000 per session to make your desired take-home income. Let's say you can take 10 clients per month. That means you need to be charging $542 per session in order to achieve these numbers. This just helps know, so if you're like, oh my gosh, $542, that's crazy. So you can go back in here and be like, oh, okay. So you would have to take 12, say you're like, I only charge $450. Well, you'd have to take 12 clients per month. And if you can't take 12 clients per month, then you're going to need to raise your prices. So this, like I said, just gives you a rough estimate of what you should be charging in order to cover your expenses and make what you want or what you need to make. And it also gives you a rough idea of how many clients you need to take per month in order to kind of get those numbers. All right, like I said, there is a free download for this, so you can go ahead and use this. If you have any questions, please reach out to me and let me know, and I would be happy to help. I hope that this helps give you just a rough idea and a general estimate so you can actually say, yes, I have run my numbers. When you see people write CODB in groups and you're like, I don't know what that means, it means cost of doing business, and that's kind of what this is going to just help you do quickly and easily so you can actually know why you're charging what you're charging. And I'll not get on that soapbox right now, but you should know why you're charging what you're charging. Don't charge based off what people tell you you should be charging. You should never be charging based off of what other people are charging because you don't know what their expenses are. And that's a whole other video. I guess we'll save that. But if this helps you out and you like this video, I would so appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button so that you can see when I come out with more videos every Tuesday. And don't forget to go to my website and grab some other freebies I've got for you guys.